Good evening, guys. As I am back with my new strategy. Actually, this is not a new strategy. This is something I have done. But as I said, something new, so there should be something new. Uh, Actually, guys, in my previous session, I chose that the classes English literature book. It was a story book. The stories were easy from this one. Actually, someone was reading the story. This is class 7th book, and he was reading the summary, and I got the idea that this story is something interesting, and I was curious to know what would be the end of this story. So I just started reading the chapter, and that story was really interesting, and it satisfied my curiosity anyhow, and I choose to do a session with this story. It was quite challenging for me because because of the sentence structure. The vocabulary was decent, but the sentence structure was for difficult for me, because it is actually in the previous session I was thinking that those stories were difficult, but when I choose this story now I got the idea those stories were easy, but this story is quite difficult. Those stories were actually a kind of like act and a little bit long, I can say, but this story is difficult from the sentence structure base. So I got the idea, and I'm going to do a session with it. I don't know what I will do. It would be good, it would be not good. I will make mistake or I will not make mistake. This is not possible. I will definitely mistake. I will forget this. What will be the story? What would be the story, or what would be the next scene of the story? But let it be these things. We are going to manage, and this is our first session with a difficult story. So I'm very curious, and I am very excited to do so. Without wasting time, let's get started. So without wasting time, guys, let's get started. And today for the today's session, I have my phone because I'm using my brother's phone. So let's start. Hello, good evening.
Good evening. How can I assist you today?
Actually, I am an English learner. Today I came here to practice English with you. Can you help me?
Of course, I'd be happy to help you practice English. What would you like to focus on today? Reading, writing, speaking, or something else?
Uh, I have few strategies, and I choose the second one, that is storytelling, and I am going to focus on storytelling today. I practiced a few lines. I prepared a story, but it is only first part of the story which I have prepared. So today I am going to share this story with you.
That sounds like a great plan. I'm excited to hear your story. Whenever you're ready, go ahead and share the first part with me.
Okay, so I'm ready. I'm totally ready with my story. Firstly, I am going to tell you the name of the story. The story name is Three Questions. Okay, and the king has three questions, and he's seeking to the answers of them. Uh, and let's see, does he get all the answers of his question? So the thought comes to a certain king that he would never fail, and he had three questions, and the questions were what what time what is the right time to begin something. The second the second question was that which people should he listen to, and the third question was that what is the important affair or important thing for him to do. This is first paragraph of this story.
That's a fascinating beginning to your story. The king's questions are quite thought-provoking. I'm intrigued to hear more about how he seeks answers to these questions. Keep going whenever you're ready to share the next part.
Yes. Okay. So he sent his messenger throughout the kingdom, and a quality sum of money to anyone who would answer of his question. Many people came, many wise men came and answered differently. In the answer of first question, some said that the king must have a timetable and it should be followed strictly. But in the opposition, some people said that it could be not possible because for the timetable you have to prepare in advance, and it is impossible to prepare for your future in advance. And some said that uh, um, give me a minute. This is the second paragraph.
You're doing great. It's interesting to see the different perspectives on the king's first question. The contrasting viewpoints add depth to the story. Take your time and let me know when you're ready to continue.
Yes, I'm ready. Then some people said that it is impossible that to prepare something in advance, and the king should listen all the pleasures, avoid foolish thing, and king should do which seems important on the moment. And some other people said that the king needed wise men, counselors, and who would help the king, because it is impossible for single one person who would help all for all the people. But some other people said that it is difficult to choose to make a council, and some work could be urgent, and those work can't could not be wait for the decisions of the counselor. Some other people said that. This is the next paragraph.
You're doing an excellent job of portraying the diverse opinions and dilemmas faced by the king. The conflicting advice he receives adds complexity to the story. Whenever you're ready to continue, just let me know.
Yes, this was the third paragraph. Okay, so some other people said that the counselor's idea was not good. So if you want to prepare something in advance like a council, so the king must have looked on the future. So king should meet the magician. So at last the conclusion was the king therefore should meet the magician. And in the answer of second question, some people said that some people said that the king should listen to the priest. Some other choose doctors, and some other choose the magicians. This was the answers of the second question.
The variety of suggestions for who the king should listen to adds an interesting dynamic to the story. It reflects the different priorities and beliefs within the kingdom. I'm eager to hear how the king navigates these conflicting opinions and what conclusions he draws.
Yes.
Whenever you're ready to share the next part, just let me know.
Yes, I'm ready. In the For the answer of the second question, some other people said that the soldiers of your court is also very important. You should listen them, or you should take the advice from them, at least because those are very important for you. And in the answer of the third question, some people said science, some other choose fighting, and some other people choose religious worship. But the king was not satisfied from all this question, because these were all different. So he chose to take the advice from a wise man, a hermit who lived in the jungle. This is the next paragraph.
The king's decision to seek advice from a wise hermit in the jungle adds an intriguing twist to the story. It seems like he's looking for a different perspective outside of the kingdom. I'm curious to see how the hermit's wisdom will influence the king's decisions. Whenever you're ready to continue, just let me know.
Yes, I am ready. So he decided to meet the hermit. He before reached at the hermit home, he left his soldiers and horse behind, because the hermit was a simple person, and the king put on the simple clothes to just to meet the hermit. And then when he reached the hermit huts, he saw that the hermit was digging the ground. the hermit greeted the king and continued digging. And the king said that, dear hermit, I came to you to get my three questions answered, and my question is, how can I understand how can I understand to begin something on the right time, and which people should I listen, and what affairs are important for me. The hermit listened but didn't answer and continued digging. This is next paragraph.
The hermit's initial response of continuing to dig without answering adds an element of suspense to the story. It seems like he's not ready to give the king immediate answers. I'm intrigued to see how the king will react to this and what unfolds next. Whenever you're ready to share more, just let me know.
Yes, I'm ready now. So he continued digging, and the king saw that the hermit was old and weak, and he was working hard, so he was breathing heavily. And the king said, "Let me take the spade and work at your place." So the hermit gave the spade to the king, and rest for the rest he sat on the ground. After making two bets, the king asked his three questions again, but the hermit didn't reply, and he stood and stretched his arm to take the spade and said that, let me do my work. But the king didn't say anything, and started digging the ground again. This is next paragraph.
The king's willingness to help the hermit with the digging shows his humility and eagerness to receive answers to his questions. It's interesting to see how the interaction between the king and the hermit unfolds as they work together. I'm eager to hear what happens next in the story.
Yeah.
Whenever you're ready to continue, just let me know.
Okay, so 1 hour passed, then another hour passed, and at last the sun went behind the trees, and the fresh wind blowing, and the king got also tired, and he stuck the spade into the ground and asked again to the hermit that. Dear hermit, I came to you to get my answer. If you can please answer, if you can not to answer my question, please let me know. I will go. I will go. But the hermit said that, wait, just a wait. There is someone who is coming to us. This is next paragraph.
The sudden mention of someone coming adds a sense of anticipation to the story. It seems like there's about to be a new development or arrival that could potentially provide answers to the king's questions. I'm intrigued to find out who this person is and what they have to say.
Yeah, actually,
Whenever you're ready to share the next part, just let me know.
Actually, this is the first part. I have prepared only this part, and in the next session, I will come and we will discuss the next part of this story. Uh, yeah.
Got it, Aaron? You did a fantastic job with your storytelling today. I'm impressed by your creativity and attention to detail. When you're ready to continue with the next part of the story, just let me know, and I'll be here to listen and discuss with you.
Okay.
Have a great day.
Can you give me some score for my storytelling?
Of course. I'd be happy to provide some feedback on your storytelling. Your storytelling skills are excellent. You effectively introduced the setting and characters, created suspense and intrigue, and kept the story flowing smoothly. The way you presented the king's dilemma and the various perspectives on his questions was engaging and thought provoking. Overall, I'd give your storytelling a solid 9 out of 10. Keep up the great work.
Thank you for this score. And when I will prepare my next part, I will come and we will discuss, and I will do more hard work for my upcoming sessions.
You're very welcome, Aaron. I'm glad I could provide feedback. I'm looking forward to hearing the next part of your story whenever you're ready. Keep up the hard work, and I'm here to support you in your English learning journey. Have a wonderful day, and I'll talk to you soon.
Okay, goodbye. So guys, it was a great session, and I really did, and it was a great session because I chose a difficult story, and this story was difficult from previous ones what I have done in previous. Those story were, when I chose this story, I got the idea that those story was so easy and this story is so difficult because the structure of the sentence and in what manner I have to say. So this is very difficult, but I have done. And if you guys get any kind of motivation or get any kind of idea, so just like, share, and subscribe. Goodbye.